Greetings to all of you, students, combatants. Welcome to our physical education orientation, and it's with great joy that I'll give you the utmost respect and with the Japanese term, OS. So, the FITCS Combative Sports has a foundation which is otherwise known as the syllabus or the path fit. And as the saying goes, courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. I am Dr. Mena, aka Smiley Teri Kitz. Once again, welcomes you to the FITCS syllabus. Why do we need to study the syllabus? It is very important that we know and have an idea on what we are going to tackle. So we have the table of contents, we have the details, learning plan, learning source and technical tools, final requirement, assessment and grading system, course references, because we should always have a basis, annexes, and motivation. I always preferred to be called Mother Mena because I have always considered myself as the loco parentis or the second parent at school, teaching skills as well as discipline. A syllabus is critical for academic success. It enables students to manage their time, understand expectations, and prepare for exams. And in your case, mostly practical examination or practical test, while helping instructors implement the course. This is also guided by the vision mission statement, course description, and program and course learning outcomes. So it's very important, ladies and gentlemen, that we tackle all these things. Now we'll start with the details. The name of the course is Physical Activity Towards Health and Fitness or Combative Sports, with a course number which is Combative Sports, and it is taken every second semester, first year, with the contact units of 2 with 36 contact hours. Now let's move on. We have here the mode clarification of learning, which is basically 100% face-to-face. We do the activities such as lectures, drills, exercise, and practical tests or practical exams. I reiterate, basically 100% face-to-face, although at times we make use of the Google Classroom because sometimes we have to migrate into the online setting. So we have pre-recorded lectures, drills, exercises, other materials, and practical tests, especially in cases where there shall be a university-wide activity and we promote paperless strategy instead of submitting face-to-face. We also have suspension of classes, and of course with the supplemental materials that we have to share. Important note also, in our face-to-face orientation, I told you that I will be teaching you karate and arnis. Especially so that we only have 2 grading period, which is the midterm and the final. Unlike before, where we have the preliminary period, 3 grading periods at that, now it's only down to midterms and finals. So what do we learn in our midterms? Of course, we have Module 0 in our learning plan, under which prayer, syllabus, course guide are included. So we continue with Module 1. We navigate combative sports. So we should understand the mechanics, the etiquette, the values, implications for individual development, significance in relation to other fields, and of course, the processes in the field of one's chosen career. So, Module 2, the mechanics of karate, we have the definition, principles, benefits, and of course, we have to learn the pressure points. So, we also have the demonstration on the basic skills, drills, and pattern movements. We also have the skill development on the basic skills, drills, and pattern movements. And of course, practical application of basic self-defense techniques. As mentioned earlier, our niche would be for the finals, and we will be learning skills as well as the history, the principles, and of course, the appreciation that arnis is our national sports. And with this, we will be making use of the kamagong or the rattan stick for this purpose. So we will be learning arnis as combative sports. We also learn the objectives, the benefits, the techniques, and the different weapons in arnis. But as I've said, we make use only of the kamagong, which is supposedly the extension of the arms. Now, the learning resources and technological tools, as mentioned earlier, it is basically 100% face-to-face, but there are times when we need to migrate into the online setting. So we need a stable internet connection, and of course, if you have intermittent connection, then we understand, because anyway, we are doing it face to face, and we give time for tasks that is to be submitted in our Google Classroom, ladies and gentlemen. So for clarification, for written task, it shall be submitted in our Google Classroom, but most of the activities, we do it in our face-to-face setting. So I do hope, ladies and gentlemen, you understood everything that I had been discussing this very moment, and we shall already discuss the culminating activity. This will be considered your final practical examination, ladies and gentlemen. So you have to prepare, because you're going to showcase what you have learned so far in karate and in arnis. So if you have some questions or clarifications, feel free to message me in our Google Classroom or through our group chat. Thank you again, and mabuhay!